Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in the words of the Horowitz, TZIPISA Yeshua, yearning for redemption. He begins to explain today why we are waiting for so many thousands of years for Mashiach to come. And bear with me as we go through these paragraphs. It takes a bit of time to get to the punchline to understand why things are going on the way that they are. Amnam Gamzais, even this. Chazal have taught us from the beginning, not everybody will remain at this level. And again, we're speaking of the level of the height of Yiddishkeit, people that are strong in their commitments to the Rebbeinu Shalom. A new generation will arise. They will be the opposite of the earlier generations. They will stand at a much lower level. Very much in terms of their religious situation, means the religiosity of the Jew that comes later on in history will be at a much lower level than those of the previous generations. Every person will act with what they see fitting in their own eyes. And they will not accept rebuke from anyone. Like is explained in the Mishnah over there that we spoke about from before. Nevertheless, now, says the Chavetz Chaim, I'm telling you that the Jewish people are going to descend in their ruchnias. They're going to become a lower nation, lower level of avodas Hashem, of their adherence to Torah and mitzvahs. Nevertheless, our hearts should not fall on account of this, which means we should still be hopeful. This itself is a sign of the geula, of the ultimate redemption. The first group that was so strong in their commitment to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Yikarvu HaGeula, they were helping to bring the redemption near. And these, the later generations that are falling from the heights of Yiddishkeit, that are involved in sins and the like, they're also helping to bring about the geula, the redemption. How does that work? In the earlier generations, when they went according to the proper way, which means they were living their life according to Torah, the way that HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants us to. And all of Klal Yisrael was standing in their place, meaning they were observing their amunah, they were living with great amunah and bitachon in Hashem. So then the fathers, which means the previous generations, they were giving over and transmitting the foundations of amunah, of faith, and our religion to their children. And their children accepted it with love and affection. Everything that was transmitted by their fathers, by their elders. Says the Chavetz Chaim, let's put some historical things in perspective over here. There were generations of Yidden that were serving HaKadosh Baruch Hu properly, and they were holding on to their amunah strongly with dedication and determination. And they gave that over to their children. And therefore their children become the recipients of a pure, seamless Messiah, a transmission of the Torah. And this is in accordance to what it says, that derech eretz, that the proper behavior precedes the Torah, which means in the previous generations they were living derech eretz, they were listening to their elders, they were taking the rebuke, they were following in line with what was said. The younger children, they would listen to the teachings of their father. And this is the way that our amunah, our holy amunah, has been received from generation to generation. From fathers to sons, going all the way back to the first generation. Meaning, is this not the way that our Messiah, that our Amunah, that our Torah has been passed down from generation to generation to generation? Okay, there's a lot more that the Chavetz Chaim is going to say. We're going to pause over here, and Be'ez Hashem, we're going to see more in clarity of where he is taking us, so we should understand how could it be that a generation that is doing much less, that has fallen short in their commitments to Avodas Hashem, to Torah and to mitzvahs, how are we part of the bringing of the Geula, the ultimate redemption? All the best.